There's a secret buried beneath the desert sands of Egypt. Not in the tombs, not in the pyramids, but under the paws of the Great Sphinx. A massive, ancient guardian that stares silently eastward as if protecting something. Something forbidden, something hidden. For centuries, it stood still, weathered, broken, mysterious. But in the last few decades, technology has allowed us to see what lies beneath. And what we found changed everything. But then something strange happened. Authorities stepped in. Access was denied. And the discoveries locked away. Why? Because under the Sphinx lies a door. A real measurable doorway, detected by ground-penetrating radar, exactly where ancient legends said it would be. And no one will open it. Why is that? What are they afraid of? And more importantly, what don't they want us to know? The Sphinx, majestic, carved from a single block of limestone, nearly 240 feet long, 66 feet tall, thousands of years old. But here's the thing, no one knows exactly when it was built, or by whom. Mainstream Egyptologists claim it's 4,500 years old, created by Pharaoh Khafre around 2,500 BCE. But the erosion patterns on its body? They tell a different story. Water erosion, heavy vertical weathering, from rainfall. And here's the mystery. There hasn't been significant rainfall in Giza since before 10,000 BCE. So how could a statue built in 2,500 BCE show signs of rainfall from 7,000 years earlier? Unless it was older, much older. And if that's true, then the Sphinx isn't just the oldest monument in Egypt. It's a relic from a forgotten world. A world that left behind warnings. And maybe a doorway. We know the pyramids have hidden chambers. But what if the Sphinx hides something even more dangerous? For thousands of years, myths spoke of a hall of records hidden beneath the Sphinx. A vast underground library, filled with scrolls, tablets, and technology from a lost civilization. Atlantis. Yes, Atlantis. The idea comes not from conspiracy, but from ancient texts. The Egyptian high priests, Greek philosophers like Plato, and even the fabled emerald tablets of Thoth all point to a sacred chamber buried beneath the Sphinx. A chamber holding forbidden knowledge, advanced knowledge. The kind of knowledge that could shake our understanding of history, religion, and science. Is it a metaphor? Or is it real? In 1993, science gave us an answer. A team of researchers led by Thomas DeBecky and John Anthony West used ground-penetrating radar to scan the area around the Sphinx. And what they found was astonishing. A large, rectangular cavity beneath the Sphinx's front paws. Perfectly symmetrical, non-natural, and hollow. In short, a chamber. But here's where it gets stranger. The scan showed a clear entrance, a door beneath the surface. And that door led somewhere. The Egyptian government was informed. Excavation requests were filed. Permits were expected. But suddenly, everything stopped. A door had been found, but the authorities said no one is allowed to open it. Why? Enter Dr. Zahi Hawass, former head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, a man with enormous influence over what gets excavated and what doesn't. Hawass publicly denied the existence of any hidden chamber under the Sphinx. Yet internal documents later revealed he had been briefed about the radar findings. He knew. And here's the twist. Hawass later led his own dig at the Sphinx. But the results? Never published, never shared. rumors swirled that something had been found, something dangerous to the official story. When asked if they had opened the cavity under the paws, the answer was vague. Nothing of interest, they claimed. But if there was nothing there, why seal the site? Why postcards? Why lie? Now imagine this. What if the chamber beneath the Sphinx contains information that directly contradicts everything we've been taught? Ancient maps of the stars, machines powered by sound, proof of pre-flood civilizations, advanced mathematics, encoded long before the rise of Egypt, Sumer, or Babylon. Such discoveries wouldn't just be fascinating, they would be dangerous to the academic world, to religion, to governments built on the idea that we are the pinnacle of human achievement. Imagine a single scroll, preserved in silence for 12,000 years, that proves humanity had already reached space-level knowledge and fell. That's not history. That's revolution. But what if I told you there's evidence they already found it? In 1996, a Japanese documentary crew filmed nighttime excavations at the Sphinx. The footage, since archived, shows strange activity: tents, crane, equipment being lowered into the ground. At one point, a large stone slab is removed near the front paws. And then, silence. That footage was never aired, only leaked. And the excavation site? Covered with concrete. Today, if you visit the Sphinx, you'll see small metal doors bolted shut on the sides and beneath the paws. But you're not allowed near them. Not even close. Egyptian guards will stop you. Researchers have been banned. Even drones aren't permitted in the zone. Why? What are they protecting? Or more importantly, what are they hiding? The pattern repeats. In Turkey, at Göbekli Tepe, older than Egyptian temples were buried on purpose. In Guatemala, thousands of lost pyramids were discovered using LiDAR, but most remain unexcavated. In Iraq, ancient Sumerian sites were bombed out of existence. In Antarctica, satellite imagery shows entrances into the ice. But no missions are allowed, and always, the same excuse: nothing of significance, too dangerous, out of bounds. Who decides what's significant? Who gave them the right? And what happens when they lose control of the narrative? Because now, the truth is seeping out. And the reveal? It's closer than ever. Here's the truth. The chamber beneath the Sphinx is real. The door exists. And someone already opened it. According to leaked intelligence and eyewitness accounts from insiders, the chamber beneath the Sphinx isn't empty. It contains a black stone box, covered in carvings that don't match Egyptian hieroglyphs, carvings that resemble binary code. The box emits a low-frequency hum, non-audible, but measurable. Every team that's entered the room reported the same thing: hallucinations, lost time, fear. And the strangest part? When they tried to move the box, they couldn't. It wouldn't budge, like it didn't belong to our reality, like it was anchored to something else. That is why they sealed it. That is why they lie. Because the truth is terrifying. And it's not just about ancient civilizations or lost knowledge. It's about the limits of what we were meant to know. The Sphinx remains silent, its eyes locked on the horizon. It's secret, waiting. But maybe the real reason they won't open the door is this: what lies beneath was never meant to be found. And if we do open it, we may not be ready for what comes next. If this left you questioning everything, good, because that's where discovery begins. Now it's your turn. What do you think is buried beneath the Sphinx? Why are they keeping it from us? Let the shadows unfold in the comments below. And if you're ready for more forbidden truths, you know what to do. Subscribe, because the next door we open might be even darker.